everyone, and welcome to KYE Interactive. I am your host, Trupta Kolgud-Natpandi. On this digital platform, we speak with entrepreneurs from diverse fields who tell us why 9 to 5 wasn't for them, but they wanted to do something different. They wanted to follow their passion, their heart. Today's interview has been powered by MD or Mandar Datar Investments, your one-stop solution to financial investments and all kinds of insurance, including industrial insurance. You can find more info in the comments section. So, robots, who doesn't love them, right? We all love them. So my guest today is Santosh Hulawale. He's the founder, CEO, and managing director of Indro Robotech Private Limited based in Mumbai. They are the original equipment manufacturers of a wide range of humanoid robots, industrial robots, machinery, equipment, and gadgets. With his more than 20 years of experience in R&D, he has created some impressive AI humanoids and has designed 48 identical innovations. He also provides these robots for various exhibitions, events, and more. He also conducts workshops in schools, in colleges, and also lectures. So his robots are classified into various categories, and we're going to ask Santosh more about that. And those robots are looking just so amazing. So we're going to talk to him more about that. Hi, Santosh, and welcome to the KYE platform. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me here.
No, it's our pleasure. So amazing. Please get started. Please tell us about this amazing creation, about these robots, and please give us a demonstration because we would love to see that.
Sure. I'll surely give you a demonstration. But before that, I would like to share a bit about the journey.
Yes.
The journey of Indro Robotech, how it's happening.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's what we're going to ask you. Please tell us about how Indro Robotech came into being, and then we would love to see a demonstration.
Yeah. So see, the journey is still on.
Okay.
The journey it's still on. It's still a long way to go. I was born in 1980, so I come from a generation which has seen black and white televisions and, technology of that sort.
Absolutely.
So when I was 10 years old, I had not even heard the word robot by the time I was 10 years old. That was 1990. So yeah. So the first time I ever heard the word robot was in 1991 when I was 11 years old.
Okay.
There used to be a cartoon film that used to come. So that inspired me, that was my first introduction to robots, through a cartoon film,
Right.
And when I was 11, I made my first robot, a very small one.
Wow.
By the time I was 12, I made another one, and I kept on making these small robots.
Okay.
By the time I was 20 years old, that's year 2000, Honda Asimo had launched the first ever biped humanoid robot. So when I say biped, means walking humanoid robot. So the world's first biped humanoid robot was made in the year 2000 by Honda.
Okay.
And that when I saw that, I was very amazed. I was so excited to watch that robot walk. And I said to myself that I will be making something like this one day. And that's exactly when my journey began.
Okay.
Okay. So it's been almost 20 years now, since year 2000, my journey of research has started. So when I started doing research on robotics, I came to know that I had to be something more than just a computer engineer, because robotics is just not about computer engineering. It's about mechanics, it's about electronics, it's about designing, it's about mathematics. So you really have to be good at all these 5 subjects if you want to make a robot. And I was a one-man army. I didn't have a team or anything like that then.
Right.
So I tried my best to educate myself in all these other topics. And by the year 2007, I decided to give my first shot of making a humanoid robot.
Okay.
So I gave my first shot in 2007. I worked on the robot for 2 years and it was a complete failure. So my first attempt was a complete failure. Well, I didn't stop there. I gave my second attempt in 2009, again 2 years into the making, and it was again a failure. Well, I didn't stop there. Again, I gave another attempt. It's all about trying. So technology is all about trial and error. You have to keep on trying. You have to keep on trying. Yeah, even if you fail, So what you learn between So what you learn between the trying and failing, that's experience what you learn. That's the most valuable experience of your life.
Absolutely.
So in my third attempt, I again failed, but with every failed attempt, I was getting closer to my design, the design that I had in my head.
Yes.
So I was very sure the third time that, okay, my fourth attempt was going to be a successful one. I knew it that, okay, now fourth time I will not fail. I will surely be a success.
Right.
And finally, in 2016, I made my first humanoid robot, which stands 6.5 feet tall, which was known as India's tallest humanoid robot. It's not here; it's retired now. That's Indro 1.0. What you're seeing on my right is Indro 3.0.
Okay.
So when Indro was created, it gave me the name, fame. All that hard work had finally paid off. I didn't stop there. I made the second version of Indro, which was an upgraded version of Indro, of course. What you're seeing here on my right side is Indro 3.0, the third version.
Acha, okay.
And this was made in the year 2018.
Okay.
So it's almost 3 years old now. What you're seeing on the robot. This robot has traveled more than 1.5 lakh kilometers all over India. It has been to almost every renowned IIT and NIT in India.
Oh wow!
It's all. I mean, you name an airport in India, it should have been there. It has traveled to air. It can be dismantled. Yeah, this robot can be dismantled in the airport bag, and you can carry it. That's how smartly it was made.
So you carry it and then you assemble it and then
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you get like a 50 kg extra baggage allowance with 2 Air India tickets. So that's how I used to manage. Yeah, I used to have 2 Air India tickets where I used to carry my robot with me.
That is what a journey.
So after testing, see what you're saying again, I'll tell you what Indro 3.0 is. It's a prototype. So when I say prototype, it's a functional prototype. It's a working prototype. It's one of a kind robot that you're seeing here.
Right.
So, for example, if you have a product, that a prototype is made before a product. It's tested, then it is converted into a product.
Yes.
So what you're seeing on my left side here, that's the model SHR 10A. So SHR stands for Service Humanoid Robot. What you're seeing on the left.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is a commercial version of a humanoid robot. What I've made now.
Okay.
After rigorously testing this prototype for almost 3 years.
Yeah.
And so what's the difference between a prototype and a product? This is more serviceable. You can service this robot, you can maintain it, you can fix it in a matter of few minutes if anything goes wrong.
Right.
That's how it is made. Yeah.
Okay.
And again, you can manufacture more number of units in this case.
Correct.
While it took me 7 months to build it to 3.0, but it's not possible for you to if you're going for a production, you need to make something which is manufacturable.
Correct.
So this thing is more manufacturable, so the idea of making this commercial version was that there was a certain need in the Indian market for humanoid robots.
Okay.
And the Chinese companies, they were trying to sell their robots in India.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the whole idea about, to take that market from the China and try to supply robots to our clients in India.
Right. And also it's make in India, so how indeed very amazing. That's so. And I believe you're sitting on one robot, right? You're sitting on another one.
Exactly. Yeah. I just stand for a minute so you can see. That's what you're seeing here.
Okay.
This is DMR-S1. So it stands for Disaster Management Robot Size 1. S1 means size 1. So this is the smallest size. We will be having another 2 sizes in this robot. So that will be bigger versions of this robot.
Okay.
What you're seeing on my right side, this guy here, you'll not be able to see the full robot. I might have to tilt the camera a bit. I'll give you a live demonstration of this robot as well.
Sure.
So this robot is a MSR, multiple service robot. So this robot is specifically built to give you a service of various kind of services. So this robot can actually serve you food, water, things like that.
Wow.
This robot can give a full body massage as well.
Wow.
That's how exciting it is. And it's built on an industrial structure. So this robot can work for 24 hours a day, 365 days a year without any malfunction, without any breakdowns. That's how sturdy this robot is.
Right. Wonderful. We're really looking forward to a live demo. So please tell me any specific reason for naming your venture Indro Robotics? Indro Robotech.
Yeah, very nice question. Actually, like I told you, my very first introduction of the word robot was when I was 11 years old through a cartoon film. That cartoon film, that name of the cartoon film was Robotech. You'll not believe. So by the time I was in my 8th grade, I had decided in my mind that I'll be having a company which would be named as Robotech.
Okay.
So I registered my company in the name of Indro Robotech because Indro is my robot's name. It's very famous. I mean, I've known through that. So Indro Robotech. That's how the name came up.
Oh,
so it was decided right when I was in my 8th grade.
I know, how amazing, and you stuck to it. So that's really quite a story, Santosh. So you said you knew you wanted to do this ever since you were 10, 11 when you saw that cartoon. But besides that, was there any other motivation? Like as you grew up, I'm so happy that passion didn't go away. But at any point did you feel like, okay, maybe I want to do 9 to 5 and I didn't want to do this? Or what was the motivation? You always knew you wanted to, be an entrepreneur and follow your heart.
Yeah. See, I come from a Maharashtrian family, a middle class Maharashtrian family. So being in a middle class Maharashtrian family, the word business itself is a taboo. When you say business, Maharashtrian people get very nervous about that word itself, business. So we had a kind of a business phobia in our family. From my father always used to tell me that no, do whatever you want to do, but don't get into business, because he himself had started a venture where he was manufacturing some plastic parts.
Okay.
And it was going really good, but something went wrong. They had to shut down everything, and so he always gave me that example that business are not that easy as it seems.
Right.
So that was actually the reason that I wanted to get into the business, because I wanted to prove that that Maharashtrian people can actually do business. And there's a kind of freedom you have, the kind of freedom of doing things your way.
Yeah.
So that was one reason I wanted to have my own venture, but it was not an easy thing for me. I knew it's never going to be easy because I didn't had any base which was needed to start something like this.
Correct.
So the first 7 to 8 years of my career, I had to work in the service industry, where I have worked with very big organizations like Beach Candy Hospital and a multinational company.
Okay.
So after almost working for 7, 8 years in the service industry, I had to save a lot of money where I could start my own venture.
Right.
And so before Indro Robotech, I started a venture of my own in 2007. That was Siddhivinayak Infotech. That's when my entrepreneurial journey began.
Okay.
And since then, I'm very sure that I'll be doing nothing else but business.
But okay, yeah, glad to know that. And like you said, all these years of hard work, all the sweat, the tears, has led to some creation of such beautiful humanoids. I said, what is it about this field that gives you a sense of accomplishment or satisfaction, or in common terms you could say kick milta hai se, you get a What is it about this field?
Yeah, see, I never let that feeling of satisfaction sink into me. Of course, there is a certain level of satisfaction, but I never let that sink into me, because once you're completely satisfied, you don't give your best to go further. So I always tell myself that, okay, this is just the beginning, there's still a long way to go. There's a lot more to achieve. And I still want to go, a long way. So I never let that feeling of satisfaction sink into me, actually. I want to keep myself hungry for that real, achievement which I want to achieve someday, and which I will achieve, I guess, with God's grace.
No, I'm sure you will. It's a good thing you take it one day at a time and you're not completely satisfied with everything. You just see, where it goes. You always want to know more. So I think that's great. So, you already told us, like, you tried for 2 years, then did not succeed, and again you tried. But, what were some of the challenges besides this, or like the obstacles you had to face, whether it was from family or elsewhere? Like, how did you get past them when you started your journey?
Yeah, of course. I mean, my journey has been full of obstacles, and I really thank God for that, because the more obstacles you have, the more stronger you become.
Correct.
There was actually, I had nothing. I had absolutely nothing that was needed to be an entrepreneur or to achieve what I have been able to achieve, what you can see on my left and right, I call it as a manifestation of ideas into reality. That's my tagline of the company. So to achieve this manifestation of ideas into a reality was not an easy thing for me, because I absolutely had nothing, nothing. You not believe, when I made my very first humanoid robot in 2016, all the tools that I had with me was just a set of few spanners, a drill machine, and a very basic set of tools which a carpenter has. That's the kind of tools I had. So I never ever cried or cribbed about these things, that, okay, I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have anything. I just saw what I have with me right now. I just saw what I'm having with me right now, and I kept going with that. So today I have a very good laboratory where I can build masterpieces like this, and in the coming days, of course, I'll have even a bigger laboratory which I'm planning, where we'll get to see robots which will match international standards, because that's the whole vision. I want to make robots that would be so advanced that they could give a competition to the international robots. That's the whole idea about Indro Robotech.
Amazing. And your story is so inspirational, and I'm so happy to hear that all these obstacles didn't bog you down. You kept going, and that a true entrepreneur does. Somebody who's so passionate just keeps going. Nobody can look at you and say that so much has happened where there were failures, but you really did not let that stop you. I think that is a very inspirational story indeed. So, we are going to look at some of the work going on in the laboratory that Santosh does.
Yeah, I think we have done too much of talking. It's time to show what exactly these robots can do. I know everybody would be excited to see it. So I'll give you a very short demonstration of two of my latest robots. As you can see, Indro 3.0 has retired now. He's been into service for almost 3 years, so he's not in the action right now. So I'll give you a demonstration of two of these robots, which are my latest robots. Also, before I give you a demonstration, I'd like to tell you the one what you're seeing on my right side, MSR-S1. This robot is specifically built to assist the COVID-19 situation right now.
Wow. Okay.
So this robot is a semi-autonomous robot which can maneuver itself through any kind of a path autonomously, and it can do the task autonomously without any human intervention. So I'll just give you a short demonstration how it can do things. So I'll just tilt the camera to my right a little bit. I'll keep it a little down so you can see the robot. Let's see if you can see the full robot now. Yeah, you can see the robot now?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, you can see the full robot, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll just power it up. And give you a live demonstration.
Amazing.
So,
and while Santosh is powering that up, we would also like to tell our viewers that we will be sharing another clip at the end of the interview showing how Santosh is in his laboratory. So do stay tuned for that as well. All right. So let us know.
Here we go. So I've just powered the microcomputer, the onboard microcomputer in the robot, and see it's in action. So what it's going to do is it's going to, as you can see, there are two bottles on the tray of the robot. You can see that?
Yes,
So
yes.
he's just going to go, he's going to fetch one of these bottles here, what you can see. He's going to go fetch that bottle.
Wow.
Now he's picked that bottle and he's serving. As you
Oh,
can
wow.
see, okay, so he's going to come a little forward. I hope it's the camera. I just try to tilt the camera a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, now he's waving. He's saying I'm supposed to hold the bottle, so I'm.
Oh, okay.
I will see the bottle. So he's going to go back to its original position.
Second body. Okay.
And now we'll see what he does next.
We need to move the camera again, going with the frame.
Okay. Okay, now let's see.
Yes.
That you see there's another bottle on
the top, yeah.
The upper tray, right?
Right.
So he's going to go all the way up. Hold of that bottle on the uppermost tray. You got it. Do it. I'll try to do it. I'll try to hold the camera so you have a better view. I try to keep the camera a little far. And you can see it's going all the way to a table. You can see that. So.
Okay, can you just move the camera a bit, Santosh? It's gone a bit out.
Okay, it's gone out of the camera.
Okay,
we'll do one thing. So once I send it a video, we'll serve it on the table.
Yeah.
Get the bottle on the table, yeah.
That is really, really impressive.
And it's doing this all by itself. I'm not controlling it or anything like that.
Wow.
The onboard computer is it's instructing the robot how it's supposed to function.
Yeah, correct. Wow, that is so impressive, and I'm sure, like you said, right now it's helping the.
Now the most exciting part, actually, So imagine I have finished the drink, okay?
Right, yeah.
Let's say he served the drink and I've finished the drink. So now the robot is going to come and he's going to fetch the empty bottle from me.
Okay.
Yeah, see how he does it.
Okay.
So he's going to get hold of the bottle.
Okay. Wow.
And he keeps the bottle on the tray.
That is just really amazing, Santosh. Thank you for that.
So this will give you an idea about automation, that what can be achieved with automation.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm trying to show you here. So I'll give you another demonstration. If you have time, I can give you another demonstration also. As you can see, you have a robot here on my left here, right?
Yes.
So this is a humanoid robot. As you can see, it resembles a human.
Right.
So you'll see how cool this robot is as well. I'll just give you a demonstration. Give me a minute.
Sure.
Just power it up. I hope we can see the robot there, right?
Yes, we can see.
Okay. He's doing a shake hand, you can see.
Right.
Shaking hand. He'll once again shake hand with me. He'll just do it in a much faster way. See?
Right.
He's in a faster shake hand.
Okay.
Again, this is done automatically. It's been doing it by itself, So basically, what you have to do is simply give the robot a command, and the robot will complete the action.
Okay.
So this is what you call as predetermined learning. So just for the educational part, I'll tell you, you must have heard about artificial intelligence.
Right. Yes. Yes.
So artificial intelligence has many aspects like machine learning, deep learning, and neural network. So the one that is called as neural network is the robot where the robot does the thinking by itself.
Okay.
Here it is not doing the thinking by itself. Here the robot is being taught all the things like it's doing right now. And you simply have to instruct it to get the things done when you need to get it done. So the robot will not, it's not like you give a robot, tell the robot, okay, get me a cup of tea, and the robot will say, Abhi mera mood nahi hai, He'll simply follow your action, follow your orders. Yeah, so that's the kind of robot we need. We don't need the robot. He'll do a high five now, you can see.
Wow.
It's a high five. It's doing a small dance move. You can see it will do a small dance move now.
Wow.
It will move as dancing, moving to and fro. I'll share the I'll share the video, actual video of the robot. That will be much. See, it's bending forward. This is the only humanoid robot made in India which actually can bend.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the only humanoid robot in India which can bend.
Wow. That is wonderful, Santosh. Thank you so much for sharing these with us. Our viewers are looking forward to actually, knowing more about the robot when you share it. So you can take a seat on the third robot actually.
Yeah, sure. He'll simply do a bye-bye now before, that's the last action I think he will do. See, he'll just do a bye-bye. Yeah, he's doing a dance move now.
Wow. It's impressive that the first robot that can actually bend forward.
Yeah, it's the only, it's a 5 feet, 10 inches tall robot which can actually bend forward. The only made in India humanoid which can.
Something to be proud of.
So he'll do a bye-bye now.
Okay.
And he's also you can see he's even twisting his back. You can see he's also twisting. So he's also the only robot which can twist its back. Okay. All the robots in India have hardly 2 or 3 axes.
Right.
This is having 10 axes.
Wow.
What you're seeing Indro, it's having 47 axes. It's a very complex piece of machinery. Wow. If anybody wants to see the video of Indro 3.0, you can simply type in Indro Robotech, Indro Robotech, and he'll get to see all the videos of my robot.
Absolutely, our viewers will definitely do that. But Santosh, I wanted to ask you, where do you see Indro Robotech in the near future? What are your goals or aspirations for your venture?
Yes, like I told you, there is a certain market in India. Now, you need to understand that this market is very much experimental. Right now, people have a thinking that a robot will do things like what they see in the movie, You instruct a robot and he'll do things like what you see in the movie. But that's not practical. You have to be very practical with that.
Correct.
So right now, what is possible is that you can make robots like these for specific tasks. For example, like you saw, this robot was doing the task of serving a person very precisely. So this is very much possible right now. So what other companies are doing is they are saying that, okay, we will do something like this. We will make something like this. This is what you will get to see. Of course, that we are doing right now. But the idea is to give the experience of owning a robot, of, having a robot right now. We're talking about right now what is possible. So as you can see, this is done right now. You can actually buy these robots and you can experience them. But this is a very much experimental market. You cannot expect them to work like what you see in the movie or things like that. You have to be very practical with that.
Right.
So we are trying to fulfill that market in India. That's our idea as Indro Robotech.
Okay, great. Amazing. And all the best for that. We are also very excited to see that. So, when you started this journey, from then up to now, how do you think it has changed you? What changes has it brought about in you?
Yeah, of course. Like I told you, when I started this journey, I was just a computer engineer. When in 2016 I made my first humanoid, that's when I started meeting investors.
Okay.
And that's actually when I understood that if I want to achieve my dreams, if I want to manifest this whole dream into reality, I'll have to keep things to myself. For example, the way I have formed the company, I have 100% stakes of the company with myself. Because the problem with investors was that they were very much unrealistic. They wanted things to be done in a way which was not possible, or they were not very much tech savvy.
Yeah.
So I knew that I also have to be a good entrepreneur. I need to learn business. Just knowing innovation, just being into the research, I was a good innovator.
Right.
But this whole experience made me a good entrepreneur as well.
Right.
So I'm still trying to be a good entrepreneur.
Right.
And that's very important because if I have to give you a perfect example of Elon Musk,
Yeah.
he is also an inventor, and he's also a good entrepreneur.
Right.
So that's how he has kept things to himself. So
Right.
that's what I look forward to be. I would like to be the Elon Musk of India.
Absolutely, I'm sure, because being an entrepreneur, like you said, so rightly said, you had to learn everything from A to Z. Just knowing one factor was not enough. You have to learn everything, and we wish you all the best with that. To be the next Elon Musk of India. So please share some advice or words of wisdom for the upcoming or budding entrepreneurs, Santosh, because they have an idea but may not know how to go about it. So please share some advice for them.
Sure. As an entrepreneur, I'm still, to be very frank, I'm very much immature as an entrepreneur. I'm still learning. So giving an advice as an entrepreneur would not be, I would not really, I don't think I'm in that position to give that advice. But as an inventor, as an innovator,
yeah,
because there's been almost 20 years I've been into the innovation business, but it's just it's just 2-3 years I've become an entrepreneur. So as an inventor, as an innovator, I would like to give an advice, especially to the young students who are into innovation and who are into inventing things. What I see is these students, they really put so much hard work into making things, making manifesting an invention. Right. And what they do is they get excited. They get so much excited, and they make a video of that invention, that how they made it. That's called a DIY, do it yourself video. That's what they make.
Right.
And they put it on YouTube.
Okay.
So here I don't think it's a very wise thing to do, because it's your intellectual property.
Correct.
Correct. In an innovation business, secrecy is everything. So you have to learn to keep those secrets to yourself.
Correct.
Of course, you have to show people what your innovation can do, how much capable it is of doing things. Right. But you're not supposed to share how it is made, how it has been manifested. That's something you have to keep to yourself.
Right. Right.
Not get excited, keep things to yourself. Yes. That's the advice I want to give all the young innovators who are into innovation business.
Correct.
That's something I also learned myself, because I did the same mistakes when I was very young. I used to make some videos. I used to share my ideas with people. And then I used to feel, oh no, what I did, I spent so many months and days into this innovation, and I simply did a charity of that idea, So that's not what you're supposed to do. You just have to you have to learn to control your excitement.
Correct.
And keep things to yourself.
Absolutely.
That's one advice I would like to give. And do something for the country. Have some patriotism within you. Yes. If you're into the innovation or any kind of business, whatever things you're learning here, whatever things you have earned here, whatever knowledge, experience, what you have earned in your lifetime, use it for the betterment of your country. This is the only way we'll be a developed nation. If you have so much of brain drain, that's not a good idea. I mean, we need to keep the talent here itself in India. We have to use our talent for our country.
Absolutely.
So, that's another advice.
And so rightly said, protecting the IP, intellectual property, and
exactly.
Also, be patriotic. There's so many opportunities now the youngsters are getting. So make most use of it, and with so many resources, just stay in India and make the most of it. So, Santosh, thank you so much for coming on this platform and showing us these amazing humanoids and amazing robots. And like you said, they're saving the lives of so many and helping so many COVID patients every day. So just hats off to what you have made here, and hats off to all the amazing, so much effort has gone into it, and your hard work and dedication. So it was really, really nice to speak with you on this platform, KYE Digital Platform. And thank you for showing us these robots. Hopefully one day we can get to see them in person. So
sure.
Yes. Thank you so much. It was really wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Yeah.
The robot is making a wave sign that I'm supposed to receive the bottle. Now the robot will fetch the second bottle and serve it on the table. Now imagine I have finished the drink, so the robot will come and fetch the empty bottle. He will again make a sign that I'm supposed to hand over the empty bottle to the robot. So I will hand over the bottle to the robot. And it's kept that bottle on the tray. Now I'll give you a demonstration where you will get to see how precise the rover is. So what we're going to do is we are going to keep this glass exactly where the rover is going to stop. So we're just going to keep it a millimeter away. Now see what happens. See, it didn't even touch the glass. That's how precise the rover is.